Hello. I Today's video is actually an older video from exactly 1 year ago. I The other day I came across something that was reminding, remember back where you've been. So I was looking through my phone and I looked around a year ago. This was like on the 16th or 17th, and I noticed this video was shot on the 19th last year. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna share that. It's very close to the kind of videos that I started making a few weeks back, just sharing my thoughts, sharing how I feel, and I watched the video, and yeah, a little bit of embarrassment with it, but that's what I'm working through. That is what I am, doing. That's what I thought I was doing, a year ago, was practicing talking, on the phone, and just sharing whatever comes to mind or whatever feeling comes up, and yeah, I thought no better way of making July 19th's video this year to be a 20-minute video from last year. So yeah, enjoy. I'm trying to make this little intro short enough, but yeah, it is what it is. And there is growth. There's always growth with God's grace. So yeah, even if I don't feel it, even if I feel like embarrassed of myself, or cringy, or just don't like, how I look and sound and come across, and yeah. So here it is. I was having the thought today. I have some anxiety speaking on the phone right now, sharing what I say out loud in a monologue, thinking, making sure my sentences are ready before I start speaking. I whipped out my phone because I had some thoughts. I was gonna write them down, and then I thought I'll do a video, and waves of emotion. I guess I'm a little afraid of what I would share, because this could be seen by someone else. But I was having the thought of, something along the lines of, this is history. I'm living history. Like, this is the only timeline of Adam and Eve through, really, I guess, Revelation, the new Christ redemption. So this is part of the story, and it's feels like prior things were just haphazard, and there's no real continuity to it. I don't know if I'm using big words here, because I don't know what I'm trying to say. But like World War I, World War II was just like history advancing itself. Like, things are happening, and that will never happen again like that. I think sometimes we think that history is just a repeated pattern until, till your life's over. It's kind of like you just dropped off and you experience however life is, but there's a bigger history, like this isn't going to be rewritten again. I still feel some anxiety in my body, in my chest, thinking about people hearing what I'm saying right now. It's almost like I'm monitoring it. I'm focused on what I'm saying, like listening to myself say it. It's hard for me whenever there's not someone in front of me. But I had another thing to say. Kind of feel weird thinking of people looking at me with my phone, recording myself, because I guess it's it's a thing that people do now. Whew. A lot of anxiety thinking of past times I've recorded myself, and I just have felt a lot of embarrassment over seeing myself, listening to how I speak, my thoughts, how I look. And I really feel that right now in my chest, my heart area here feels like a pressure. Feels like we're pressed down. Tears, sadness. I'm embarrassed to admit that I feel sad. It's been hard for me to look at the videos that I've recorded before and watch myself. I didn't like myself. I didn't like what I saw and heard. Whew. That gave me another wave. I'm wanting to get back to what I was thinking about with history, what I was speaking about. But I have this mixture, this flip-flop in between that and my anxiety, my process into that, me talking on the phone, talking to the phone. Thinking to myself, I hear you, I see you, Seth. I see that anxiety. I see how you speak and how it raises that feeling here in my chest. That embarrassment. Don't know how that'll look. A little anxious, a little afraid of how that'll look. How I'm... Bleh. Okay, so I was talking about history. Let's see if I can ramble back to my thoughts. I'm driving here, not really thinking about where I'm going, but I'm kind of going in my pattern driving. Going to Farm Cart. Farm Burger. Still feel the anxiety. Thinking about when or if someone will see this. Do I keep this? Do I delete it? Woo! I think I'm a little scared to be this honest. I don't think I looked too bad on the camera today. I think I've looked worse before. It is in black and white. I'm not so embarrassed of how I look. But I guess I like my hair pretty good. My face doesn't look too thin. Whew. It sends wave in my gut. Oh, now I'm embarrassed. Embarrassed to talk about how I feel about how I look and how I try to control, man, have anxiety thinking about sharing about what I think about parts of my face. Woo. Woo. It's hard. Now my head's floating. It's the real anxiety. This is like I'm in trouble. I put myself into trouble. Ooh. Ooh. Feel it in my head. Here. Man, I've talked 10 minutes. I'm thinking about getting back to the history thing, but then I'm like, all my thoughts are here. That's how I'm feeling. Can't even remember what I was talking about before. Well, yeah. Feelings take over. Feelings. Rob my brain. I even feel embarrassed to share like what was happening in my view and in my world right now. I don't feel that comfortable speaking and telling that story. I see people thinking, I'm feeling nervous. It's hard for me to get whatever just happened. There's like pressure. Because there's these people. I'm not going to share it. I don't need to share it. I wanted to talk about yeah. I don't know, I'm not that clear on those thoughts. Feeling pressure to keep speaking on the phone. Then I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe I should be done. I'm a little afraid to just hang up. It's like I don't want to, or maybe I feel like I want to. I'm afraid to just stop. I had things I wanted to say and it's not coming to me, and I don't want the video to keep going, and I'm pulling up next to someone and I'm feeling more anxiety, more from them maybe seeing me with my eyes closed, speaking to a phone. So embarrassed. I feel it in my stomach, a little bit lower area, right under my rib cage pocket. Makes me like choked up. A little bit of panic. I'm watching the timer, 14 minutes, almost 15. Now I'm focusing and judging on what the things I say, what things will be heard if I re-listen to this. Let's see one more time if I can think of what I was trying to say with the history. I don't know, maybe I can just let it go. Those thoughts can come back to me. I can think of I'm thinking of this lady that looked at me talking on my phone, feeling that anxiety come up. Whew. Thinking about how I go, whoo, what that will sound like. That sounds like to others. I guess other people have been hearing me my whole life, but I not used to thinking of it. She went to Trader Joe's. I'm probably going to go to Trader Joe's after this. Ooh, I'm embarrassed to say, like, I was thinking, God be with me. You know, I'm asking God to be with me with my anxiety. That's what I'm feeling. I'm a little embarrassed to say that. A little scared to mention God in some ways out loud and say the name Father. And ooh, I feel that. I feel anxiety looking at the camera. Goodness. I feel more comfortable closing my eyes as I feel and watching myself. Should I watch myself? You know, before in history, like, you didn't really have cameras and mirror, you know, so many ways to see yourself or rewatch yourself or, you know, look and assess yourself. I feel some, I don't know if that's in my hand, a little tingly, back of my neck. Ooh. Stomach here. I like just resting. I'm feeling a lot of like floating in my head. Thinking about struggle, like letting go those thoughts that I wanted to share. Afraid they're not going to come back to me, thinking I need to focus and think back, and it's just exhausting. And I get afraid that just what I need to do to have a strong mind, to not be weak, is to think hard and focus and not let it go until it comes back. I guess I could, you know, I've done it before. Thinking, should I just let it go to like help myself? I don't know why my hands feel tingly. I don't know if it's my neck, where I've been holding the phone. Now I'm looking at I'm looking and thinking, and I got a text from my mom saying, "Love you." There's math written on the wall in pencil, like 41 plus 13, and then a line, and then 54. I'm assuming their math's right. Stretching this. I have a lot of pain. My body aches, spots all over. Feeling hungry. Feeling a struggle to stop the video. Feeling compulsed to stop the video. Feeling anxious, like don't want to make the wrong decision to stop the video or not. Kind of want to just stop, think, feel.